Hola, hola, mi gente. It's your girl Panchita, and welcome to a nice little collective read done outside. Whether you're viewing this on my YouTube channel, Art Animism and the Astros, or you are viewing this in your inbox on Substack with Panchita's World, welcome. I'm excited to be with you today and give you a little look at what the current astrological weather is for the start of October, the beginning of Libra season. My body is kind of catching up to the fact that it is already the start of October. It's wild. As you can see, I'm outside. I'm enjoying every moment that I can. We've had an absolutely stunning start to the fall season. Or I should say, progression into the fall season here on the Northeast. So I'm really trying to soak up as much time outside as I possibly can. Having said that, there's of course going to be outside noises. I'm in a local park. There may be some critters that make appearances. There's a plane going by, a drill happening down the street. We're just going to move through it. Again, I want to be outside and kind of share this moment with you. So, I certainly hope that this week has brought in some clarity, some really clear actions for how you're progressing through to the last quarter of 2025. And I say that because September was eclipse season, bookended by the lunar eclipse at the beginning of the month and the solar eclipse at the end. And the eclipses are a time where there is, the light is being turned on and off. The luminaries, quite literally, are being blocked. So there's this feeling of stopping and starting, a liminal space between the endings and very new beginnings of our lives. For me personally, September brought an immense amount of change to my living situation, to different initiatives with my career, and likely you may have experienced some of the same. But being that now we're a full week out since the solar eclipse happened, we're now fully out of that eclipse energy, and likely we've been able to really clearly make some definitive decisions because of that. So, if in this last week you decided to make some really big decisions, oh my goodness, in regards these sounds. I don't know if you can hear that. Likely you might have made some big decisions in regards to your career, maybe starting or ending a new job, maybe starting and ending a relationship. Maybe there's also just some internal revelations that have really taken place as well, understandings of personal power. Maybe that's even coming out in decisions when it comes to how you present yourself, when it comes to a new haircut, or maybe a new design style or choice. All these things have a big impact. And I, for one, am all for it, because now that we can make some definitive decisions, we can really move forward into the beauty of Libra season. I love this season. This is a time of year when it really is all about the other. It's all about our relationships. Libra rules our collective seventh house of relationships and really takes into consideration justice, equality, and fairness for all. The symbol of Libra is the scale. So it's all about the balance and all about weighing of different perspectives, different understandings, really putting yourself in another's shoes to understand what they're going through. Libras are known for kind of playing devil's advocate for devil's advocate's sake. Doesn't matter if they necessarily agree with the other side or not. They're always just considering and understanding what the other may be experiencing, may be going through. So it's very, very loving energy. Not only is the sun in Libra, but so is Mercury as well, which really allows us also to have flowing communication that has kindness embedded in it. We might also be receiving different ideas and understandings and ways of thought as well. That might open up our minds and see new perspectives, again, in service of the people around us, the others around us. Now, Libra is ruled, the sign is ruled by the planet Venus, planet of love, beauty, romance, relationships, art making. So it's a very creative time, a time of beautiful aesthetics, of pleasure, of enjoyment. And Venus will soon enter the sign of Libra. She's always close by the sun. She'll enter Libra on the 13th, I believe, of October. But for right now, she's beginning Libra season still in the sign of Virgo, which is really wonderful for overall planning and making details when it comes to our relationships, when it comes to the people that we love. The Venus in Virgo energy is the type of person that hears a detail and remembers it 3 months later, to then buy the person, maybe a person voice like, oh, I really love this like perfume, and 3 months later the Venus in Virgo will then buy that perfume for someone. They will hang on to that memory, and that bit of intel. They're always making sure that their loved ones have a packed lunch, that they have a roof over their heads, that they're being taken care of. It is a signature that really plans things. But also, Virgo can be hypercritical. They can be they can be in search, of course, of kind of over perfection. And during this time, we want to make sure that we aren't, that we're meeting people where they are, that we're not making assumptions or putting different expectations on them that can't be fulfilled, that in turn ends up only disappointing ourselves. So it's a time to be realistic also as well about your relationships. This week, the one big signature that is taking place, the Venus and the South Node are actually coming together in the constellation of Virgo, which can mean a number of different things for our collective. It can mean that we finally are releasing kind of expectations that we might have around a certain person that we're in relationship with. We're starting to understand and have a greater appreciation for the things that they bring to the table, and not, again, putting kind of these over expectations on someone. The Venus in Virgo conjunct the South Node energy. South Node is all about a point of release, and it is a point where eclipses do take place. So the solar eclipse took place here just a couple weeks ago. So we might see something from 2 weeks ago kind of resurface, an overall situation, especially in regards to our relationships, especially in regards as well to any type of feminine energy. Be on the lookout for any type of loss of details, loss of information. Double check emails, double check text messages. Be sure that you have things in writing. For the collective, I'm already seeing certain things take place that are not super in favor of the femme community, of the LGBTQIA community. So it is a time to really kind of pay attention to what's going on kind of in that realm. Libra season is ruled essentially by law. It, again, is all about justice and fairness and equality. And so we may see with this energy some laws being put into place that are not in favor of the feminine, and then seeing how the feminine does indeed kind of fight back and resist that. So it's going to be very interesting in all different regards. But my hope definitely is that we as a collective, with this energy that is so about the other and is so about seeing the other side, that we certainly make some progress this month when it comes to standing up and being there for our fellow human. Even if someone is thousands of miles away from us, if we know that they are going through a hardship, to really show up. So I'm eager to see, especially with all of the flotillas that are on their way to Gaza and all of the different initiatives and fights that are taking place, especially revolving around Palestine, to kind of see how that plays out. I'm loving what I'm seeing happening in Mexico right now with Claudia Scheinbaum and her incredible representation of Venus in Virgo and moving into Venus in Libra, and how she is really taking care of the women, and especially the indigenous women in her country. And we're seeing on a very impactful scale how that actually is so beneficial to the overall country's economics. So very, very interesting time overall. And I'm really eager to see how this continues to play out. So without further ado, let's kind of do a little poll. I'm curious as well how this might also be playing out specifically for you in your story. Every single one of us is affected in a different way. Libra's the signature for many of us, again, has to do with relationships. It can do as well with, depending on where it lands in your charts, about creativity. Again, we're considering Venus energy and art making. So you might have, it might be a time of just like upped, creativity. It could be a time also of creation when it comes to children as well, especially with the full moon in Aries taking place this upcoming Monday. So there's definitely a feeling of newness, a feeling of creation, and I hope also a bit of clarity, especially after the after the eclipse energy now has passed. So let's do a little collective poll and kind of see what information comes through. All right, so I'm going to do one more kind of shuffle overall, and we'll do 3 cards to just see what the first week of October has in store for us. All right, and making my way. All right, first card in the deck, we have, we have the Justice card quite literally connected to Libra, weighing of the scales, balance, equilibrium, considering all different sides overall to really make sure that we are living an overall balanced life. We are balancing work and play. We're balancing indulgence and sacrifice. We are balancing ourselves and the other, but making sure that we don't tip the scales too far to one side. How amazing. Love it. Number 11, which means number 2, always considering the other. Second card that we have interesting is the 10 of Pentacles reversed. So we got double feminine energy here with 2 kind of feminine figures on both of these. We consider, when I pull a card reverse, I consider all different sides. The 10 of Pentacles is an incredibly abundant card. Kind of, material wealth and gain coming in, but also, romantic opportunities, just positivity overall. In the reverse position, it could mean to just mind these different themes, pay attention to these different themes, hold back when it comes to any firm, any firm decision making at this time. Look at all of the different sides as well. So kind of interesting, but I love that the 10 of Pentacles is here. It is an extremely positive card, even when it is in its reversed position. And our final card that we're pulling, we got another Earth card. We can tell Venus is in Virgo here. We got the 5 of Pentacles, which is all about kind of seeing the beauty that surrounds us, overcoming that adversity. 5 is a card that symbolizes a test, and oftentimes a test when it comes to others that surround us. Again, we're dealing with relationship energy. These are all types of relationships, both platonic and romantic. And there definitely is an element with both of these cards having to do with money, with matter around us. The 5 of Pentacles is kind of coming out of money difficulty, money troubles. So I certainly hope that is a good sign for all of us. I know that this summer for me personally was not as kind of lucrative in the matter area as I hoped it would be, but I'm very excited about what the fall season may bring, especially if I'm staying balanced, if I'm managing my money properly and not making super impulsive decisions. And I'm also remembering that abundance surrounds me no matter what. So this is the reading. Let's see, is there anything I've missed here? 10, 15, 6, and then plus 11. 10, 10, 5, 15, 26. So we get to number 8. Very interesting. So having strength overall during this time is always appropriate. This is the collective reading for the moment. I hope you guys are moving and grooving through Libra season. I'm sending all of you immense abundance and love, and I will see you next time on Art, Animism, and the Astros. Adios.